Have you ever had to scramble around for some extra money on the weekend despite having a job? Now imagine this, being a college athlete who is occupied with a sport 35 to 40 hours a week without even being paid a single dime. College athletes do deserve to be paid. Mostly everyone goes to college, and most of us have at least one friend we know who is getting a sports scholarship. So it helps to know the financial position they will be in throughout college. A few of my friends have turned down college sports careers due to the amount of time required as well as lack of ability to earn money throughout. College athletes have to dedicate so much time, they receive nothing in return even after being televised, and their scholarships lack much stability. Let's get started with the time factor that goes into college sports. First off, college athletes spend most of their time with sports, so they can't really get a job or even obtain a steady income. According to the article, Student Athletes Find Sports a Time-Consuming Job, published by Bill Pennington in 2008 by New York Times, states, dozens of scholarship athletes at NCAA Division I institutions said in interviews that they had underestimated how taxing and hectic their lives would be after playing college sports. NCAA athletes have to manage a school, a social life, and in some cases a part-time job, which can be nearly impossible. Secondly, college athletes have to battle back and forth with their education and athletics. According to the article, Student Athletes Find Sports a Time-Consuming Job, published by Bill Pennington in 2008 by the New York Times, states, "We love what we do, it's worth it," Chloe Dennis said. But everybody thinks every college athlete is pampered like on a full ride. The truth is, a lot of us are getting $4,000 when we're working our butts off for it. Most athletes want to continue playing the sport they love, but they also need to understand that they're not going to be able to go professional, so it's all just for fun. Now let's move on to the fame college athletes receive. College athletes are nationally televised with nothing in return. About 200 football games alone are televised each year. According to the article 10 Reasons College Athletes Deserve to Be Paid, published by Dave Anderson in 2015 by ListLance.com, states, the NCAA has modernized to take full advantage of new kinds of sports in athletics in the NCAA, which draws in around $11 billion every year for the organization, which means schools make billions off these athletes and they receive nothing in return. I get it's not professional, but they deserve something for all the time they put into that sport. Lastly, let's talk about the overrated and underwhelming scholarships. Scholarships do not provide enough compensation for athletes. As of now, scholarships provide for your education, but after that, they really don't do much as far as the money for other activities and expenses that come along with college. In the article 7 Things You Need to Know About Sports Scholarships, published by Lynn O'Shaughnessy in 2010 from usnews.com, it states, the average athletic scholarship is about $10,400. Only 4 sports offer full rights to all athletics who receive scholarship: football, men's and women's basketball, and women's volleyball. If you exclude football and men's basketball, the average scholarship drops to $8,700. The odds of getting a scholarship are also very remote. In the article 7 Things You Need to Know About Sports Scholarships, published by Lynn O'Shaughnessy in 2010 from usnews.com, it states there are roughly 138,000 athletic scholarships available for D1 and D2 athletes. The article goes on to say more than 1 million boys play high school football, but there are only about 9,500 football scholarships available, and but they're competing for around 4,500. Nearly 603,000 girls compete in track and field in high school, but they're competing for only about 4,500 scholarships. This means that many kids play college sports without even receiving a scholarship, which can be very expensive. Hopefully I've given you enough information today on why the NCAA needs to pay their athletes at least something. So now let's conclude. In summary, athletes spend about 40 hours a week occupied with the sport. They are televised and receive nothing in return, and they are given very lackluster scholarships, which do not compensate well. College athletes put in so much time, effort, and dedication, they deserve to be paid. I'll leave you with this. Just know, if you're an athlete wanting to participate in college, you need to look at the pros and the cons, because scholarships aren't all that great.